Hello everybody and welcome back to some more of our FM19 Journeyman in charge of Troyes in the Domino's League of Dirt, and there are 6 games remaining of the current season, and we're going to get into, well, the first 2 of those today against Clermont and Ajaccio. Now, Clermont, quite a good side, but have taken a bit of a fall down the table recently. They're trying to get into the playoff spots, but obviously FCSM and Stade Lavallois are both trying to do the same thing, and they are all neck and neck on points. And, well, Lorient, Amiens and Metz aren't going to be giving up their spots easily either. So, well, they've got a lot of work to do, so they're certainly not going to be a pushover. They've got a lot left to play for, the potential to try and get out of the league. So, we've had to have a little change in system, and this has been brought on by the fact that Schilling and Bordas are both suspended. As you can see down here, Bordas still has 2 games remaining, so he will be out for the duration of this episode. Schilling will be back for the next game. But because of this, we've gone to the wide system with Gargo Duartherio playing as the Anchorman, and Buemo coming in on the left, Gransar coming in on the right. And, well, Marietti's made way. He's not been bad by any means recently, but he's not been as good as Berger, so it was just the easy choice, I guess. Berger's just been the far superior player. So, let's get into this game. There's not really too much else to mention, I don't think. Actually, before we do, the finances. We're still massively in debt. I am really worried that if we do get promoted, we won't be able to strengthen the side too much. And my other big worry is, even if we do manage to convince Gregory Berger to stay, I don't know if we'll be able to offer him a contract that's, like, sort of worth his ability. I'm a little bit nervous on that front, but, well, we'll just have to cross that bridge when we get to it, really. I'm just hoping some money appears from somewhere, hopefully from being promoted. But, well, they line up with a very similar formation to us. It just looks like their central midfielders are a little bit further forward. And actually, their whole defensive line, too. You can see theirs is outside the box, whereas ours is more in the box. So, other than that, though, everything's a little bit similar. And they are quite a good side. So this should be, potentially, a really good game to see how we match up with the wider system. Let's just hand over to the assistant for this. And he managed to get a few reactions. Not as many as he normally does, but, well, it's still good nonetheless. And, well, let's just get into this game, because there's a lot to sort of play for at the minute. We can really secure our spot at the top of the league very, very soon if we keep winning. So, that is definitely something we are aiming for. 9 points clear at the top of the table, 11 points clear of dropping out into the playoffs. Hopefully we can maintain that. We've got a goal kick here early into the game, and, well, hopefully we can use this to try and build a chance. Diabate, by the way, has played very well since he came in for Ponte. He really has impressed. He's proved himself to be quite a capable young player. And, well, it's always nice to see as he plays it out wide here to Mbuemo. There's potential for a chance here as he runs forward. Can he find Gransar on the right? Well, it's close. It's very, very close. The pass doesn't actually find Gransar. He actually snatches it off of the defender, but he has 2 shots, both of which are saved and result in a corner as Follett goes up for a header. The keeper manages to claim, and it looks like it was going wide anyway. A couple of good early chances there coming from our wingers, but unfortunately we can't turn them into a goal. But maybe we can get one now as Navarro nicks the ball from their throw-in. There's potential for us to try and find an attack, and we give it out to this left-hand side. Can we maybe find anything? There's options in the centre, but the cross isn't very good. Berger on it now, back to Mbuemo. A chance to maybe retake the cross? No, we lose possession cheaply, and Mbuemo giving it away there. With no real pressure on him, to be honest. He didn't really have to rush that pass as much as he did. But, well, Nasruddin flicks on a long ball. But it's not very good, is it? The header's not very good. And they strike from a long way out and take a 1-0 lead. Well, it came from Mbuemo losing the ball. But then, after they played it forward here, Nasruddin's header is just not very good. And, well, we saw him do that very, very long ago, to be fair. It was towards the back end of last season. But we have seen him have silly headers like that before, where rather than just taking the safe option of going to a centre-half or goalkeeper, he's given it to the opposition and it's resulted in a goal for them. So it's a bit of a worry, and they've got a corner here, which isn't going to help our case, I don't think, as they just head over the bar. Diakite goes close, but not quite there. We just need to try and find the back of the net. I don't think we're playing particularly badly. We've just had a couple of cheap bits of play in one little run. And it's resulted in a goal for them, but there's every chance we can come back into this. We've got a free kick here right at the end of the first half. Stefan strikes and it just slips wide. It's not that good, to be honest, but we don't have Ilan Bordas or Marietti on the free kicks on this game, so both of them obviously not featuring today. And, well, we're 1-0 down at half-time, and the teams sort of around us in the table, Mets are drawing and Nancy are winning. So, well, that's not going to do much to help our case, to be honest. We need to get aggressive on them here and say show a bit of desire. Most of them, they're looking motivated, only one player not getting a reaction. We really need to come out swinging in the second half and try and find a way to win this game, because right now, this is pretty poor. 62 minutes in, and I'm going to bring on Marietti for Berger. Berger's had an injury all game, or he had it from before the match, but it was only a little small knock. It shouldn't really have played too much of a part, but I think getting him off and bringing Marietti on is quite a logical change to make. And I really wish we had Gransar available. He is out with an injury today. Or actually, no, sorry, he's out with a suspension today. And, well, I wish we had him as an option because, well, we don't have a lot of options. So what I'm going to do is move Gargo de Etherio forward into a supporting central midfield role and just try and get some more attacking players on the pitch and move Asede to a ball-winning midfielder on support again and just try and find some more options to create some chances because so far we've not seen much of this second half at all. They've got a free kick here. Tutan takes it. It just goes over the bar. And why are we seeing their chances? I want to see ours, to be honest, because we've had a lot of shots and a lot of shots on target, but we've seen very little. So, 80 minutes in, there's 10 minutes left to play, and I'm going to bring on Chevalier for Noé Stefan. Just try and get something from this game. At this point, I'd take a point, because, well, it's just been relatively quiet. We've just not seen enough of us, to be honest, and I think we are sort of missing a couple of players, but we shouldn't just completely fall apart, as we do have a highlight here. Gransar on the right-hand side. Can we maybe try and find something? No, he gets tackled, and they're in possession of the ball. We can't pounce on it when they take the first touch, and, well, they're going to lump it up. Can we win it? Maybe? Well, seems to fall to us. Marietti to Mbeumo, who strikes. It's saved. It's a good effort there from Mbeumo, and to be fair, the other good chance of this game came from Gransar, but, well, it doesn't find the back of the net, unfortunately. The corner doesn't result in anything either. And, well, with just a couple of minutes left to play, the highlight fades out, and it's looking like we're not going to get anything from this game. As Marietti pumps in a free kick, it's easily claimed by their keeper. It's going to be a 1-0 defeat, and, well, the only real silver lining from this is, as you can see up here, Nancy also threw away their lead, resulting in a 2-2 draw for them, meaning we are still 8 points clear at the top of the table, so it could certainly be worse. I'm going to say it's unacceptable because it would have secured playoffs for us, although we are obviously punching a lot higher than that. That's a pretty poor performance all around, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit worried that, you know, a couple of players out and we've just completely fallen apart. So, well, we need to try and shake things up, I think, for this next game, for this upcoming match. What did Mets do? Mets also drew to Dunkirk. So, with 10 points clear of dropping out of the automatic spots and 8 points clear at the top of the table, so it's still not disastrous by any means. But we do need to keep putting points on the board, otherwise there is still a chance that it could slip away from us. So, here we are then for the game against the Ajaccio, and we have gone back to the narrower system with Schilling back in the side. He's served his suspension. Unfortunately, Gargo de Etherio is now suspended, so, well, we can't keep midfielders available, unfortunately, but hopefully after this game, Ilan Bordas should be back, and we should have a full squad available to us, because, well, a lot of our injured players are getting close to returning too. Now, one thing to note is that we're actually we could potentially set the record number of wins for Troyes in a season. If we win, I think it's 4 of our remaining 5 games. So, if we manage to pull this out, if we win 4 games, we will beat it. If we win 3, we will match it. And, well, that's possible, really. We can win 4 of these games. We could set a club record, which would be, well, it's an extremely nice thing to do. So, let's get into this game. The lineup you can see on the screen here is not anything too dissimilar to what we've played before. So, well, let's get into it. Let's hopefully have a good performance. And, well, we need to get back into getting 3 points, to be honest, into winning. And against this 4-2-3-1, I think we should have a decent opportunity to do so. We've done fairly well against it this season so far. So, it'd be nice to see some more of that. Now, let's just hand over to the assistant. We know it just works better. And, well, you can see here, he gets a lot of reactions out of everyone, so, well, that's quite nice. Well, we've got a free kick here, quite early into the game, less than 15 minutes in, and we're trying to find a goal as Berger distributes to Navarro out on the right-hand side. The cross goes in, but it's easily claimed by their keeper. And, well, it seems like this highlight still has some work to do, because so far it's not been particularly interesting, as Marietti heads down to Clark. And it looks like it may still be in our favour yet, as Navarro, once again on this right-hand side, cuts inside very well, beat his man very nicely. Berger from a long way out tries it, but only wins a corner. Their keeper there, making a very impressive save. And, well, we're going to go for a corner here. Berger puts it in, but unfortunately cannot find anything from it. Highlight seems to be continuing, but, well, not with a Derek Asede tackle like that. Excellent work from him. They've got a corner here. Tormin's going to take. We need to try and win this ball, but they head just wide. And, well, that's the end of that highlight. It wasn't overly interesting. But, well, we've had the majority of the shots, but our shots to shots on target ratio is not very good. But another highlight here is Navarro breaks down the right-hand side. He manages to beat his man. He puts in a cross. Stefan can't get there, but Clark can. He strikes. He hits the post. We have a lot of shots from players who aren't particularly goal scorers, and I'm not sure if it's a good thing because they normally go quite close, or a bad thing because, well, potentially it could be better if we just waited and we were a little bit more patient and we tried to find it, say, Berger or Marietti or Stefan, but, well, yeah, it's not going great so far, is it? Not far from pleased. The media have given you a lot of credit. Oh, that wasn't very good. That's not as many reactions as we would have liked. Let's just get into the second half and hopefully, well, that doesn't impact our performance because I would have liked a lot more positive reactions than we got. They've got a goal kick here, still very early into the second half. And, well, if we can maybe create something as we win the ball, it would give us a chance to take an early lead in this half. Well, Navarro's on the right side. He whips in a cross. We can't win it, though. Schilling on it now. Strikes from a long way out. And as I just mentioned, we have a lot of shots from people who aren't goal scorers. And Schilling gets his first of the season. And, well, I think that basically answers my question. It can be quite a positive thing because it does give us a lot of options. And, well, I don't really know how we did it. It was a very good finish from someone who doesn't particularly, not even score goals, but he doesn't particularly shoot a lot, to be honest. It was just a well-taken strike, and he did a good job with it. It puts us 1-0 up. Hopefully, we can have a couple more and try and secure this, as we do have a throw-in deep in their half. Couldn't be much deeper. Navarro whips in the cross, but it's headed clear. It falls again to Schilling. Will he try it again? No. Gives it to Nasruddin. Back to Schilling here. Well, there's potential for us to carve something out as we're playing it very well. To Navarro, who strikes. It's just... Oh, I thought it was touched over there, but no, it just drifts over. And, well, we don't manage to get anything out of it. But it was a decent effort, but I'd still like to see us have something to secure this game. Well, we're 71 minutes in, and I'm going to bring on Vita Gabriel for Noé Stefan, who's not having a particularly good game. So just make that little change. I think systematically we're doing quite well. We've not seen much from them at all. But, well, just change the personnel around a little bit and just see what it can create for us. And, well, as we're still not seeing much, I'm going to make another. I'm going to bring on Thomas Eriksson for Gregory Berger. And that looks so silly with the star ratings. But, well, we're gonna see if this can result in anything for us. Hopefully, I'd like a second goal if I'm being honest. But, well, they've got a corner here. This isn't what I meant by a second goal. That is not what I meant by a second goal. They've managed to put one in. Theo Pellinard manages to find the back of the net in the 88th minute. And, well, that's not good. That's really not good. As Tormin flicks in the corner, it was just straightforward, really. I don't know why our keeper came off his line. I don't know why we had players with their backs to the goal, Derek Asede. There's 5 minutes of added time left, and, well, so far, we're not seeing anything from it. There is a highlight. There's a minute left to play. Can we maybe snatch something? Not if we give the ball away like that. As Bundu's on it, he's running forward, he strikes. What? We've just lost to the team in 18th because of 2 goals conceded. I don't want to see it again. Get me out of this match. Hold on, we have a late corner. Marietti flicks it in, back post. Vita Gabriel can't get on the end of it. And that is presumably going to be full-time. And that's not good. That's really not good. Now, through some utter miracle, Nancy have lost to Sedan Ardenne. So we're still 8 points clear at the top of the table. But let's get aggressive. Far from pleased. Because that, back-to-back, is 2 extremely poor performances, resulting in defeats. Now, that one, we were leading for a good chunk of the game, but still, we should be more than 1-0 up against the team in 18th. Like, I don't think that's a big ask. I think that's a fairly reasonable request. And, well, we're being absolutely gifted at this point by the fact that Metz and Nancy have hit a poor patch of form at the exact same time as us. And that is pretty much the only positive, sort of, in these last couple of games. We've not really given up much ground. We've given up a point, which is fine, really. I don't really know what to say. It's just poor, isn't it? I mean, we've only won 1 game in our last 4. We went on a massive unbeaten run up here where we didn't lose in like 11 league matches or something. And now we've won 4 out of our last 8, which 4 out of our last 8, which just isn't not good enough. So, let's wrap this up because I just want to get back into the next game. And, well, Nasruddin's suspended, and I think after that last performance, he probably needs to sit out for a little bit. But hopefully we can We just need to find a way to get back into sort of, well, what we were doing for the majority of the season. You don't get on track to break a club record without doing some good stuff, and why we've decided to just throw it all away lately is bizarre, but still time in the season left to go, and we just need 2 more wins. We'll absolutely secure it. Actually, I think it's... Well, it depends what Nancy do, really. If we win these next 2 games, though, we are winning the league. That is not debatable. So, we will find out if we can do that in tomorrow's episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Tomorrow's episode will be up at 5:30, or you can subscribe to get that into your feed, whichever you prefer. Follow me on Twitter and join the Discord to keep updates on the channel coming to you. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Goodbye.